All right, so we on. So, hey, what is up, guys? We are here in another Pass the Salt, and we have a very special guest. You could introduce yourself if you want.
What's going on, people? It's Ayindi here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
Well,
Hey,
it's your boy Grim in the house.
yeah,
So let's
yeah.
do this, guys.
All right. So Ayindi, it's been a while, and I hope everything is going good with you and your family and stuff during this period we're in. I think the
Yeah.
whole world knows the period we're in. So
Yeah.
So before we start everything,
Uh-huh.
please Ayindi, to
Yeah.
our 42 million subscribers out there, please tell us about yourself.
Ayindi. I go by the name of Ayindi. Been doing this YouTube channel for, I think I've been on here for 6 years now.
Wow.
6 years. I gotta look at my own videos, but yeah. It's been doing reviews. I got started, watching the circles that we know, Strided, ODC. Those guys kind of inspired me
Right.
to just get started just doing reviews. So,
All right. So
yeah.
Okay.
how long have you been collecting?
I want to say all my life, but no. I think I really started keeping stuff or trying to keep stuff because we all had when we were little, we had toys, and
Yeah.
my consciously started to really started keeping stuff was I want to say my sophomore into my junior year. I was actually kind of got into playing sports and stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
most of the toys and stuff, had gone away. But I think one figure that I had got that came out that got re-released while I was in high school was
Right.
the Devastator, the Devastator, the G1 Devastator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually like a really decent figure to actually have, actually.
Yeah. So I got that. That's the one I got while I was in high school. And then that's the one I kept. And there were some little ones that I would buy every now and then. I wasn't really buying much. I was kind of more comic book stuff in high school and stuff. So
Yeah, same here.
video games. So I think it was really in when I really got started back was doing the late, probably around the Phantom Menace when what was that? The Phantom Menace came out in Star
I think
Wars.
that was like early 2000s.
Yeah,
that's around
really.
there.
The early 2000s.
Because it was crazy trying to find that Darth Maul, and I think I was getting some DC Direct stuff, like some a few stuff there. So that stuff wasn't really action figures; those were more statue-like figures. The old DC Direct when they first started, they had like 5 points of articulation, but they were 7 inches.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when I really started being more of a collector. So
Right. Cool. But man, well, we familiar with one another with podcasts with 112 and stuff, right?
yeah.
So Grim, I think this is really your show to spearhead because you're the one who wanted to talk the Gundam talk with.
Yeah, definitely. Well, firstly, I have to say I saw your live stream and I loved your Kamen Rider collection.
Okay, thanks.
It's like that's actually like really dope.
It's not as big as some people, but it's getting there.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like those like Kamen Rider stuff are usually like really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the thing, and it's like the Japanese imports are usually like they cost an arm and a leg most of the time. Like, but
Yeah.
like I would like to know like how much you actually spent, like on that little collection that you have.
That's probably like the one I just recently got was after the tax and the Kamen Rider Buster, because that's the problem I was talking about. The Bandai Premium stuff. It's out the gate. They charging out the gate high, and then after shipping all that, it came to over $100 after shipping. Like almost
that,
120.
Let me tell you
yeah,
something.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you something, Ayindi. That would be like an arm and a leg for us here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
because we had to go through like basically, if you want to call it like a proxy buyer or whatever, well, a shipper then basically.
Yeah.
So like once it reaches city states, we then have to now get a shipping company to then ship it to us,
So
and that's crazy.
that's
Yeah.
why we really can't compete with you guys, because by the time we get our figures, it's like a month after, a little over a month. Yeah. So
it's
nuts.
crazy. Yeah. And sometimes I don't get them like Japan will like have them out this month, and I probably won't get a figure till next month.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah.
Because that big delay in Japan right now, it's crazy because I have like two Gundams that I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the Master Grade Virtue, which is like the last one for the series that came out for Gundam Gundam 00, sorry. And then I ordered basically a kit from Gundam Seed, which is the last one I need to finish the first season of Gundam Seed. And right now they're pre-orders from BBTS, and they do not know when it's basically coming in. It's like like BBTS basically. Once it's a pre-order, I guess they just give you basically a estimate time of when they're actually gonna get it in hand. And so far I've been waiting like 2 months. I mean, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I got this. Well, I should have did it through Amazon Japan, but I did a Kamen Rider model kit through Amazon, regular Amazon, and like it was supposed to come out in December, like early December. Then it got pushed back till December 20th or something. Then it got pushed back to January 5th. Now it's been pushed back to January 29th.
I don't know. It's like, do I want to do the pre-order game again after this? I don't know. It's crazy. And it's literally, it's. Yeah, go ahead.
That's been my problem with the pre-orders too. Is like you don't have any control over if they push you back or whatnot. So
yeah,
and
definitely.
I'm kind of in a situation with Super 7 with my
Oh my gosh.
with Tatara that I with those pre-orders you got to pay up front. So I paid. This is what's going on 2 years now. Paid my money. Damn, and they still haven't got me my figure.
Yeah, and from what I heard, and from what I heard, I think the wave that came after that is showing up before that wave.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that's the same thing like with Mezco with the 1989 Batman as well.
Yeah.
Man,
that's how
about
figure. Wow.
They didn't talk about that. I think you will see that Mezco Batman probably in 2026 or something.
Well, let's hope so. It could be probably longer than that.
Yeah.
So Andy, quick question. Now, like I saw that you collect Gundam. Well, I know you know what I mean, not on a big scale as like the other figures and stuff like that. But like, tell me what do you collect Gundam wise?
Well, I was gonna say this before we got started with the Gundam talk because I probably wouldn't be much knowledgeable because I haven't watched the series in a long time. But I'm seeing we just got our Targets for some reason has got an influx of model kits. So I've been seeing all these model kits. So I some of these Gundams look so cool, but I don't know what shows they're from. So sometimes I don't want to just get stuff because it looks cool. I want to know what it's about. So, but there have some ones that have been tempted to get. So, I'm gonna try to do some more model kits. It's just I don't have some time now I gotta have time to do them more. So
that's the thing about it.
Yeah. So, but it's just mainly because I do mainly the anything from Gundam Wing because that's the one that we. I know it's not the best Gundam show ever, but it's the one I probably watched all the way through.
Yeah, we all did.
Like, Wing was literally like the first like series that we were introduced Gundam wise, and what I mean when it did actually land like basically in the West, it blew a lot of people away, if you know what I mean, to the point whereby everybody was like, where are these toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they had that that commercial way back in the day with like how much hours you spent on your Gundam. Stuff like that. You know what I mean, it was cool. I mean, like for instance, like we like couldn't get those things down here like for the longest period of time. Matter of fact, there aren't any, like there are very few people that actually sell them in Trinidad, and if you do get them, it's like those
very
prices
expensive,
are jacked up, right? Like for instance, like maybe like a new grade 1/100 figure that might be like $800 like in our currency, and usually like they might cost probably, I guess, like way back in the, well, I'm guessing back in the day would be probably like I don't know, maybe $30-$40 US.
Okay.
So it's like it like literally doubles in price sometimes. Like once it lands here, the price just skyrocket.
And just to add in, other than the show, we had the video games. You remember we had the Super NES and we had the PlayStation. It was what, the PlayStation 1?
It was the PlayStation 1, which was always forget Battle.
And it had like the Granddaddy, it had Wing.
Yeah. The funny thing was, is like that's how I was basically exposed to like all the other like series basically, because after a while
I had knew of Gundam because actually people don't know that Gundam actually inspired them to do when Japan the Diaclones and all that, the Transformers that we know.
Yeah.
Actually inspired from Gundam. So I kind of knew of Gundam. I think I've seen from the very first Gundam show, I've seen a couple episodes. Somehow on our is either cable or whatnot that I've seen a few episodes from the original Gundam show. So I knew of it. But
okay, well right now like on Netflix, I believe they have it like in compressed version. So basically they have them in, I guess, movie formats whereby you could go through entire the entire series like in maybe 2 hours basically. Yeah. Right? Those OVAs and stuff like that. But what I mean, it's actually really, really like, I don't know, like when you dive into it, it's like going through like a rabbit hole basically of stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen some of these, and what's crazy is that here the model kits, not as expensive as some imports, but like $30-$20 for some model kits here. I was like, that's not really that expensive. So I thought they would be more expensive, here. But
that's the thing. You could get like high grade kits, right? Those are usually the most common like scales that you can actually get. Right, other than master grade.
So right, the inches with the high grades, that's more like what, 6 inch to what?
I would say they're roughly maybe, I don't know, they're probably in the scale of more like sometimes 4-5 inch.
Okay.
So 4, 5, 6 around that. Master grades are usually like 6 to 8, sometimes maybe 10. It could go up to 10. And then like PGs, which are the perfect grades, they're like 16, if I'm not mistaken.
16 inches?
Yeah, 16 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, they get big. And then they have a scale above that called, I've completely forgot, but it's mega something. But those are like huge. But what I mean, they're not detailed like a perfect grade or a master grade or any kind of thing. They're more like, those what you'd probably give a toddler to play with. Yeah, they're more like that to me when it comes to that. But what I mean, like, if you're like looking at like maybe like a decent series or to look at in Gundam, Gundam 00 is actually really good. Other series is probably like the most common one that actually like got a decent exposure was Iron Blooded Orphans. That's like with the Barbatos and stuff like that. That's a good series as well. But like those are like, for instance, how to put it? In Gundam, there's different the Gundam universes and stuff like that. So, for instance, you have the the Calamity Wars is basically iron-blooded orphans and stuff like that.
There's one show. Don't mean to cut you off, but there's one show I want you to talk about because I don't know if you like the show or not. But it was the one that I think it was G Fighters. It was called because I do have a lot of figures from that series. That were
okay. That's like with the God Gundam and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken.
What was it? I think it's Strike Gundam, the Master.
Oh, you're talking like you mean like the Bill fighters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like with the Bill Strike and those different series. Well, the thing is, right? I'll be honest with you. Those are not really. I don't really call those canon like stories. They're basically like they want kids. You know, like how kids collect Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Those are basically like more, I guess, centered around like kids. Like the reason being I love the other Gundam universes really and truly is because of there's a lot of action, there's a lot of wars, a lot of serious, like
they have a lot of serious undertones
moments
with
and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. But like the biggest timeline you could ever look at, and what I mean is always the UC timeline, which is the Universal Century timeline. That's with the universe with the first Gundam.
Okay.
Which is the RX-72.
All right, let me just cut you off for a little bit there. You remember you'd show me one when they keep amputating the guy's limbs for him to be more proficient in the Gundam. Ayindi, that is the most surreal thing I ever see. That was weird.
That is Gundam Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Okay, right, but that's also like in the UC timeline. So like the UC timeline has like many different sections because, like I said, that's like the main Gundam universe. So, like for instance, you have like Zeta Gundam. Zeta Gundam came out around the same time when Transformers came out.
Yeah.
So basically, they were competing against each other in that time. So that because again, that's when Transformers was popular. So they brought out Transforming Gundams and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool because like even I have like the Double Zeta. I have the Zeta Gundam itself. Don't get me wrong, the Transforming Gundam kits are literally sometimes the worst. They look good, like in boot forms, but to transform it, you pull your hair out.
Okay.
It's crazy, but because usually, like if I'm ever doing like a review of like a transforming kit, I don't ever transform it. I leave it in the mobile suit mode. And that's it. You see, Wave Rider modes are very sometimes difficult to, especially like if you're doing a review to actually transform it on screen because I don't know how transformer people actually do it.
Well, some people they'll transform it off screen and bring in the 3D robot mode or alt mode off screen. So.
Yeah, but the thing is that sometimes, like when I do a review, I paint my kits already. So my kit's already painted. I don't want to scratch the paint. So, and then sometimes, you paint something, the joints might get a lot tighter. So to actually swing the arm back to put it in a particular way, or the hinge of something's going to break eventually. So usually what I do, I choose the mode that I want to keep it in for the longest period of time. And that's the way it stays.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Do you have a lot of? I see you two guys make a lot of vehicles and backgrounds for you guys. Do you guys have a lot of? Do you have a lot of like background for your Gundam stuff and that you've made?
Well, what I did, I built basically I bought like a set, and I painted it up and stuff like that. Added in LEDs. And that's what I've been using for a while. But
you have to be a little bit more specific. Ayindi, this guy went in our hobby store and bought, the Army Men set, the pre-posed plastic Army Men, and get a base. And then messaging me and telling me, hey, look what I get. I was like, dude, what is that? And he's like, dude, it's an Army Man base we used to play with back in the day. I was like, yeah. He asking me if I want the Army Man. I was like, hell no. What gonna do with that,
Well, that's another project that I'm working on. I want to actually be able to change backgrounds and stuff like that. But that one's kind of taking some time because I'm still, I'm in the creative process, and then sometimes I get like creative block or whatever, and I have to leave it alone and go and do something else. So I don't know. That's not probably going to be out for a little while, but hopefully I would like at least at the end of the year for that base to be completed. But till then, I'm still adding on to like my other base.
You see the same thing I'm talking about? I laid a challenge for him, Ayindi. I laid a challenge. I say I'm going to build 2 vehicles out of foam board, right? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's from the Buck Your Hair cartoon. And Ayindi, I want to chat about that a little later. Oh, I don't know if you guys want to segue back into that. But I laid a challenge for this guy. I laid a challenge for him. I told him, I say, here, what? If I build those 2 vehicles before you finish any diorama, I was like, you suck.
Dude, I get literally like, I told you, like sometimes I reach up whereby I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what to do here. And then I stop. It happened.
Yeah.
You know what this guy did? You know what? I'm just going to bust all the files right now.
Yes, I built a. Yeah, this man built. I was building a city diorama.
Yes. Wait. This man.
And then I literally destroyed it.
This man built a skyscraper, Ayindi. You should see the size of this thing. This man built, boy. I was like, it looked good. And we had a conversation probably last week, and I was like, dude, where the skyscraper? He's like, I threw it away. I was like, you see what I'm talking about? You have to stick to the project.
Like, my creativity is like, okay, I built something, and then it's like, okay, all right, I want to move on to something else.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to build some more dioramas for myself. I did the one, on my old videos, the one that looked like it was a room. It had the door open.
Yeah.
I made that one myself.
All right.
It was like the white wall. It had the white wall.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I made that one myself.
Yeah, that was awesome. Cool. I thought you seeing that you mentioned that, I thought you'd purchase that or something. It looked real good.
Yeah, because even like the new one that you have, like it looks like an alleyway, whatever.
That's actually from this company called Extreme Sets.
Okay.
They're on Instagram. I had followed them on Instagram. I have been wanting to get one for a while. It's basically I haven't put it together because it's so big. I don't have no space to put it right now. That's the only reason. That's one of the reasons I don't have any more dioramas I haven't made because I don't have space right now. I'm trying to make more space, but to put this thing together, man, it's mainly cardboard, but to put it together, and it's called the arcade thing. It's like a building. It's like outside of a building.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I haven't put it together because I don't have the space for it. So I just use it for the backgrounds right now. So it's just like 2 parts of the outside wall just together, so I can do reviews.
Yeah, but I mean that looks really cool though. It's like, because I always wondered, like, did you do that to sell for, like, did you buy it or?
That one was bought, but I do have some more foam board. Can't talk right now. Some more foam board I need to get to using though, but yeah, because it's not expensive to buy. It's just getting time to do stuff, and that's
the thing about it.
Hey, Ayindi, so let me ask you, since you're dealing with model kits, you interested in getting any of the Dragon Ball Z stuff?
Yeah, I actually have one that I haven't done yet. I forgot I had her. I had Android 18. I have the Android 18 model kit that I did put together. Well, what happened was the first one I got, I was trying to put it together, but one of the parts was not working. While I was putting it together, it wasn't staying together or something, so I had to send it back, and they sent me a new one, and the new one I just didn't open. Put together that. The last model kit I put together was was actually the Kamen Rider one? It was the other. It was Kamen Rider Kabuto. Because his like you said, his art figure is way more than I want to pay. Like $200. I'm not paying $200 for one.
Wow.
That's that. Yeah. I don't know why he just went up so so much, but yeah. So yeah, but
how cool are those figures?
how much are the what? The model
No,
kits?
like how cool are like the Dragon Ball Z and the Kamen Rider? Like, because the thing is that I'm looking to actually like probably get into the Dragon Ball Z, model kits.
kit?
Yeah,
Well,
like, but how do you find they are the quality and stuff like that?
They look pretty good. I would say that the paint is a little bit lighter than figure. The paint, just it seems like they're more a little bit more animated than what it should be.
Okay.
Just a little bit lighter. And the one I was gonna should probably because it's probably not that expensive. I do want to get the Cell one, the Cell model kit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking to get like maybe the Trunks as my first Dragon Ball Z model kit. Because what I mean, Trunks is like my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z.
I will say, I think the articulation is there. It's just not. There's some things you won't be able to do. Maybe I think you probably don't want to miss it, but they don't come with the toe hinge.
Well,
Probably the
I don't think that would be much of a problem. I don't miss I don't miss two hinges.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else they don't do with the. I think it may be the legs. Somewhere in the legs, it's not as much range of motion as you get with the figure arts, but you do get because it's Bandai, and their articulation is better than most Marvel Legends. So it is better. They're better than most Marvel Legends. I'll tell you that.
Right.
But it's just. Yeah, like I said,
like, can I ask you something? Are the parts like undergated properly? Like, for instance, like you have to use a nippers usually, to cut the parts off for the runners and stuff like that. But are the parts like undergated, any kind of thing like that, so that way when you do build it, you don't see like a knob mark or something?
Yeah, I think. If you're talking about like they come like the hands will be like most of the body part will be some of the body parts will be on one sheet the first sheet. They usually come I think those will come to like 6 parts, 6 sheets like
Okay.
the parts. And stickers, I don't know how you feel about stickers.
I'm half and half on stickers. Usually, I love water slides. Dry transfers are actually also pretty good as well. Stickers, sometimes it's like a hit and miss. Sometimes you get like decent stickers that's actually work. And then, sometimes you get ones that just completely fail. So
I think the Dragon Balls use stickers more because I know the Gundams. I had stickers. That was my biggest problem with the Kabuto was stickers. I didn't know how to use a technique. I learned the technique to use the stickers more, get them on there better. But that first time, I was like, I thought I probably was gonna paint most of it.
Yeah, well, like a technique that I normally use, like when I'm applying like stickers, is you get like some soapy water. You put the sticker in the soapy water, and then what happens is that you'll be able to actually slide the sticker exactly where you want it. And then what you do is you use like maybe like a Q-tip, and then you just pass over the sticker to get the water from underneath the sticker, and you leave it let it dry, and then it sticks.
Okay.
So that's like actually like a decent technique, because like for instance, like when they like tint like car windows and stuff like that, that's basically the method that they usually use to actually get the tint exactly where they want it, and then they just cut around it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but I totally interested in the Digimon model kits.
Yes.
I didn't even know they was making those. I didn't know they was making those. So
yeah. I saw BBTS. Sorry. I saw BBTS coming out with Metal Garurumon and
Walkman. Not only that, they have the OBZ Mono, the one with the motorcycle from the the third gen Digimon. With Digimon Demons.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really good. It looks really good. I really like that, and it's like he's one of my favorite, like other than Digimon, other than like the first ones like Agumon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think his pre-form was like Impmon or something of the sort.
Yeah, it was Impmon.
Yeah, so definitely I would love to get that. But what I'm actually hoping for around the summertime is that Bandai's making the Batmobile, the 1989 Batmobile Model Kit.
Oh,
so definitely.
No. Okay.
I want to get that.
That would probably be a hot item if it's a model kit.
Yeah, because I think it's the 1989 as well as the Tumblr is coming out.
And consider this, right, guys? We have a new Batman movie coming out, and we also have the Flash movie with Michael Keaton in it. So that will definitely be a hot item.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Andy, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What is your view on the new Batman?
Okay.
You had to say okay.
Well, I keep going back and forth. The first trailer got me kind of curious. I was liking the tone and everything. Then it got delayed, and I just lost all interest.
Okay.
All interest. So right now, I don't know where my interest is right now. Only thing DC related really that's got my interest is the Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because DC is all over the place. They keep announcing stuff, then taking away stuff, then announcing it, and then it's like, so the Black Adam's the only one that's got my interest still. So
I'm kind of like hoping for like Flashpoint, especially. I'm kind of looking forward to that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Flash movie, you know, Flash is my favorite DC superhero, so I just looking forward to that movie. Man, another thing I want to ask is that no, not ask, but to say the only thing I'll be excited for that movie, it looks good, the trailer looks good, but I would like to see Mezco do a figure of that guy, and I think I'll definitely pick that guy up and probably pair him with the McFarlane motorcycle that came out just recently.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait.
Yeah, because you know how if he on McFarlane, I'm hoping he keeps teasing us with he's not doing any Batman figures.
Yeah, right.
And comes out Batman figures.
Listen to me.
Like,
he needs. That's his bread and butter.
Yeah,
Batman is his bread and butter.
You didn't hear the man say? The man said Batman sells. So he going on with that mantra. Batman sells. But hey, Ayindi, I have a question for you. Remember, I'd ask you sometime in the chat if you saw the light up chest Batman with the hazmat suit yet.
No, I still haven't seen. Man, it's been crazy with his. I don't know what's been going on with his distribution.
Yeah.
Out here, or because I've seen the regular one, but I haven't seen that one.
Right.
And I was looking for the suited Darkseid, the Target exclusive.
Yeah.
I saw that one anywhere. So I'm like,
wow.
Oh man, I still haven't seen Lobo in stores. I maybe. I don't want to. That's not expensive, paying $25 for him on Amazon, but I would rather pay regular price in stores, and I haven't seen them in stores.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know what's going on with his, and his stuff was coming out regularly. It was not hard to find, and I don't know what's going on with his stuff. Yeah.
That is strange. That is really
strange. The thing is, on the whole, like I don't know what's going on with a lot of stuff because it's like.
But then again,
guys,
stuff
is not coming in.
You remember they say that I don't know Ayindi they reported with the shipping containers and stuff.
Yeah, we still got stuff off in California. The ships are still in sea. They haven't unloaded nothing. We still got them out here. So.
Hey, I know. I jump in.
Sorry, I just got the press.
Right? Yeah, but I know I jump in all over the place. But how about the Valaverse stuff? You got any of the Valaverse stuff? Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the. I didn't get any of the first wave, but I'm gonna pre-order from the I think it's the second wave. I'm gonna get that Sergeant Slaughter, and probably what is it? I think it's the rollout or blackout or
Okay.
One of his soldiers in the second wave. So I'm gonna do that.
Right. Because I'm totally interested in the Swarm Trooper and a Sergeant Slaughter for now.
Yeah.
And what about classifieds? You see any new classifieds? Because I feel like people getting spirit now. Okay.
I haven't seen that wave yet. I haven't seen them yet. So I got Storm Shadow on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Stores. We'll see how long they take with that. But,
oh my gosh! Good luck.
Yeah, yeah. If I see them in stores before that, I'll just cancel the order. But yeah, I'm not gonna chase these down. So I'm just glad it's a regular release, not a Target exclusive.
Yeah.
That'd have been a nightmare.
Oh, that Storm Shadow is basically the same one that you just got.
No, this is gonna be a more cartoon based.
Yeah, more cartoon.
Oh, okay.
The one
not like the originals. Okay.
Yeah, that one was a movie. The other Storm Shadow was based off the movie. The one
okay.
Yeah.
Quick question. So, like, what do you think about that G.I. Joe movie? That Snake Eyes movie.
I haven't seen it because I knew it was going to be crap.
Oh,
I didn't see it.
Burn.
I wasted my time with that. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, I watch it, and I think Storm Shadow was the best thing in that movie.
Is he?
Yes,
probably. Well,
he was the best.
Well, that guy is like a really like decent actor. Like for instance, he's on a show called The Warriors, which is I think on is it Stars or Showtime? I can't remember, but. Yeah, he's actually like a decent. I don't know about the guy who actually played Snake Eyes. To me, he can't act for shit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I knew that movie was gonna be. Once they said they was gonna have Snake Eyes talk, I was like, y'all missing the whole point.
Yep.
One thing, dismissed the whole point.
Mm-hmm. The whole origins. That's not our Snake Eyes origins. No, just something else.
Not only that, it kind of contradicts the previous like G.I. Joe movies. Because like they had basically like a whole big segment about Snake Eyes and like is it this first or the second one with flashbacks and stuff like that. So it's not canon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and besides, Snake Eyes don't talk because he can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his face scarred from the if you read the Larry Hammer G.I. Joe comics, that is our Snake Eyes there. So,
yeah.
You guys saw and all they even made Snake Eyes a girl.
Really? I saw that the news the new comics there is because he apparently died, but now I think they brought him back anyway. So there was no point if you was going to kill him off and do that. There was no point to it anyway. So.
Yeah. So how long you think Hasbro might take before we get a female Snake Eyes figure? It might reach. It might be down the pipeline.
Oh yeah, it should be. I mean,
well, they got so many other Joes they should be doing. They gave us like 5 roadblocks before they got the end right. So.
And that's what I say now, bro. They tend to make very weird decisions. So we might get that before we get any of the OG 13 because we haven't gotten a stalker yet.
Nope.
I mean, come on. Huh?
Yeah, none of the 13 Flash and none of them. Nope.
Yeah, Flash, Grunt, Rock and Roll. I don't know what they're up to. So, thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Revelations?
I didn't watch the second half.
Okay.
Well, I didn't watch any.
I mean, I just couldn't with the story. I mean, that animation and all that. That they tricked us into getting to watch the show. Mm-hmm. But I just couldn't feel that story. I just wasn't feeling the story, so I didn't. And I actually do like the figures. I do like the figures.
The figures actually look pretty good. It's just that I don't know. I just couldn't get into this, as you said, the story. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I would probably watch that.
No, I've been honest with you guys. I don't find it was that bad. To me, it's not the spiritual successor to the old cartoon. I consider it like another universe because everybody going in the direction of ooh, we have this multiverse now. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean, it's. I'll just say this: it's not for me. That's about it. That's just it. I mean, it's not my He-Man or the version of He-Man that I like. I mean, it's okay, and it's okay to say that, if you know what I mean. But I do have to say, the figures actually look pretty cool.
yeah, they do. But I'll tell you again, my favorite He-Man cartoon is definitely the 2000X.
So
Okay.
I did not know that people didn't like that series. Because when I watched it, and yeah, because actually Strider was the first one to bring that. Strider was the first one to bring that up, and I didn't know that nobody liked that. I mean, that people didn't like that series. I'm like, why? I mean, it was very, very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
No, but like even like the Thundercats, like the other iteration, I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. It was okay.
Actually, I really do regret missing out on those figures though. The Thundercat.
Yeah.
Still get them. They're not too expensive, but because I had got the Chitara for $15, like at a convention one time. So I don't think they're that expensive to get still. So
Okay.
yeah.
I don't. I just like especially like the design of like Lion-O, especially.
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty cool. I mean, and especially all of them. Matter of fact, all of them actually look pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, but I knew a lot of people didn't like it, and I guess that's why they didn't get like a second season and stuff like that, because the interest in it was probably like nobody cared about it.
And it was weird at what time it was coming on, because there was one day I was watching. I was like, I finally got a chance to watch some of the episodes, and it was coming on at that time. So I was like, okay, this is what time it comes on. The very next day, it wasn't on at that time. They had moved it to a different time. And then they moved it to a different time. It's like nobody could watch it either. It's 'cause nobody knew what time it was coming on.
Right. Well, you know, sometimes I guess the networks want certain shows to actually fail. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Things like that do happen.
So I want to ask you, what is your favorite Gundam suit of all time? What is your favorite like Gundam?
Well, there's too much to choose, but I would always I would say of all time, I love the Unicorn Gundam.
Okay.
The Unicorn Gundam, even though like I built 3 and I would never build another one. Right, but I do like the Unicorn Gundam, but it's hard to actually like to differentiate like what actually is my favorite Gundam, because there's so many like different designs that I mean they pop. Like for instance, like Gundam Seed. Gundam Seed has amazing designs. The anime isn't so hot. It's very like, you know, K-drama inspired or J-drama inspired. Like with like all of the he says, she says bullshit kind of thing like that. But it's the designs is pretty good. I mean, the animation is actually not so bad. It's actually, I mean, it actually used to show on Cartoon Network. Like after a while, they brought back Gundam. They brought back I think the first one as we know was Gundam Wing, and then they brought out G Gundam.
G Gundam. That's the one I was trying to say, because I do have. I had a lot of figures from that show too. Like they're not the big ones. They're already made, but they're
those are actually like action figures. Those are like probably the first action figures.
Yeah. I had a lot of.
Yeah, because it has like the God Gundam and that, like burning Gundam and all different sorts of stuff like that. Devil Gundam. Yeah. And like they actually in the American version, they changed the God Gundam to the Burning Gundam, and they changed the Devil Gundam to I think Dark Gundam or something like so. Like I can't remember offhand, but
Master.
Yeah. Well, Master was like a different Gundam in the series, but but the Devil Gundam they changed the name because you know religious regions and stuff like that. They don't want to upset anybody. So, but like. For instance, like I said, G Gundam is actually, but it's very campy. It's a very campy like Gundam series and stuff like that. But like the newer series and stuff, well, the newer movies that they bring out, like Hathaway's Flash, the Kasi Gundam and the Penelope Gundam are amazing like machines. I would actually love if they would do like maybe like one in maybe like a master grade, but I doubt Bandai is gonna ever do it. That's the sad reality about it. So it's right now they have it like in the high grade scale because they are massive Gundams. Because the size of the scale, it actually is told as a master grade.
Okay.
Right. So like if they were to ever do it, it's gonna actually be like one of the biggest master grades. I mean, other like design that I love is in Gundam Unicorn especially is the Kshatriya. It's not like a Gundam. It's more like a mobile armor, as they call it. But that's other like behemoth. It's like it's bigger than the Unicorn Gundam, and the Unicorn Gundam is a big boy. I mean, so like for instance,
is that the biggest Gundam model kit?
No. Well, the biggest Gundam, like I said, is probably might be the Kasi, which is from Hathaway's Flash. Either the Kasi or the Penelope. They like range around the same size. But like if they were to ever like do them up, it's gonna be big. Really big. Like yeah, like the bigger scales they usually always keep them as high grades. And but the prices are basically master grade prices. For those kits.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like I was asking that because it's like you have one favorite Gundam, but you got many favorite series. That's kind of like Kamen Rider is. My favorite character is Kamen Rider Skull, but my favorite show is always probably Agito, because that's the one that kind of got me into it, that kind of sold me on Kamen Rider. So that's probably my favorite show.
So, yeah, because you know, one Kamen Rider like these. Go ahead.
But like the designs, you'll like a design better than your favorite show. So like, yeah, I can understand that.
Well, like the beauty of like Gundam, especially, is like what I normally tell people. Like sometimes it's good to always go with like a design that you like. Right, and usually sometimes those designs that you probably pick, especially when you're picking a Gundam, it's going to be probably a badass Gundam. Like for instance, like the Freedom, right? Then they have the Strike Freedom. Those are two like their main mobile suits. They're sometimes usually like the hero mobile suit of them all, the final stage of a mobile suit, right? So it's going to be probably a badass Gundam. So it's like for instance, whatever design you pick. You could probably even go back and watch the series, and you're probably gonna enjoy it, if you know what I mean. Because some of those suits are actually really, really nice, if you know what I mean. But like for instance, one of my favorite Kamen Rider designs, but I've never seen the series. There's a yellow Kamen Rider. Yeah, he looks like a bug, like a stick, like a wasp.
You talking about 01?
Yeah, 01.
Yeah.
I love that design.
Yeah.
Of Kamen Rider. It's like one of my favorite looking Kamen Riders. Like, so I don't know. It's like they have him as a figurized model kit.
Yeah, but when you go on Bandai, when you go on Amazon, they have him for almost $100. So.
Is that the model kit?
Yeah.
No, the figure itself, but the model kit might be cheaper.
Yeah, I don't mind picking up like the model kit of it.
Model kit it's not that expensive, but yeah, it's a pretty good. That was the start of the we're in the Reiwa era now, so that was the first show in that era.
Oh, okay.
The Reiwa era is because that's how you kind of break down the Kamen Riders different eras. So the Showa era would be the first show to like. Cause they was trying to get another show running for a while, but the last good show was the up until the early 90s, because they had three movies that came out in the three movies that came out in the 90s, and the last show was Kamen Rider Black RX. I think that was like 89.
Because Trident actually broke it down to us like the Kamen Rider lore, especially like with the different eras and stuff like that. Shout out to Trident.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Trident.
Yeah, so yeah, but like I said, I've yet to actually like get the time to sit down to actually to like to dive into it, because I know like when I do dive into it, I'm gonna probably go nuts. Like so like I said, I'm just waiting for the right time to actually just sit down and to digest all the Kamen Rider knowledge that I can.
Yeah.
Because what I mean, like Kamen Rider is very well, I guess very similar to the Power Ranger like laws especially. So like for instance, even like he went through like every Japanese like Sentai stuff like with us especially too.
Okay.
So all that, like I want to actually get into it, like and check out like their version of like Power Rangers and stuff like that, the Sentai stuff. So
Yeah.
definitely I want to do that.
Yeah, like for instance, he explained to us that the White Ranger was actually from a different team.
Yeah.
And I thought that Saban did his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that White Ranger had his own team. I was like, wow. When I saw the designs, I was like, wait, and they never incorporate this into the US. I was like, that's a miss.
No.
And then well, we had our first original Ranger, which was the Titanium Ranger.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too, and that's actually one of my favorite Rangers as well too, the Titanium Ranger from Rescue.
Okay.
I love that as well. But like, how much figures like do you have of the Power Rangers Lightning collection?
I don't have all of them, but because I'm only what I said I was gonna do, because this is what I was doing with figure arts until I'm hoping they bring it back in the line, because they just showed Zen Kaiser at the current Sentai that's going on.
Yeah.
They showed figure arts of them, so I'm hoping they bring it back.
But think about it.
See.
Think about it, Ayindi. If they bring him back, Naruto might have some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And the Naruto figures actually look pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of it, yeah.
So what I was doing with the figure arts, I was just getting all the red Rangers. So that's what that's what I'm doing with whenever they do Red Rangers. So, but teams, I still got to finish Mega Rangers, or that's what in space for you guys, because I most of these shows I haven't seen. I've watched the Sentais more than the actual Power Ranger stuff. So that's when I say that, that's what I'll tell the American name. So, but that's the Mega Rangers was one I actually enjoyed more because of the characters, not because of the suits. The actual characters in Mega Rangers were actually enjoyed those characters. So, but I'm trying to finish that team. SPD is another thing that I need to finish. I need to go back and get the what is it called, the white one. It's Dika Break in the Japanese, but what is his name? The white one. Forgetting his name. But yeah, I still need to get that one. I've already finished off the Zoo Rangers, which was the Mighty Morphin. I've already finished them off. I'm hoping they do Samurai, because that's my second favorite Sentai.
Okay.
I'm hoping they do that one. And I'm hoping they do, because my favorite character is actually from what they call the Alien Rangers. But But the original name is actually the Ninja Sentai Kaku Rangers. They're actually ninjas in Japanese. And my favorite character is actually from from that show. So I'm hoping they do that. At least they'll do the Alien Rangers. But I can use them as the ninjas, because that's what they are. So.
Oh my, the Alien Rangers.
Yeah.
But you have to say, like, the Green Ranger, well, Super 7's doing the Power Rangers, and they look pretty good. Especially the Green Rangers. Like, the only thing is that the price is really kind of high, but...
Tommy, because that's everybody's favorite. They're going to get him right. You know they're going to get him right, so...
Yeah, definitely.
Kimberly's face was this, they messed her face up, but Tommy's face...
No, you know what, right? You guys talking about Super 7 and Hasbro. What about Mezco? We're getting a Green Ranger and we're getting the whole team. Well, they're not going to, like, bite the forbidden fruit there?
Well, I don't really need to get any more, because I'm good enough with Hasbro, but they keep. I don't know. That would be cool to get them because they would be more. That would be more suit. That would be more show accurate because that's actually.
Yeah, the thing is that I guess it's the price with me.
Yes, it really is price. Really.
I mean, so.
Yeah.
But then
they would go back to at least $55 instead of $80 out the gate. I really wish they would go back to that.
But then you're talking to a guy, Ayindi, that would look at the price of that and be like, that's kind of high. But then if a Gundam comes out for like $93, it's in my cart, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. It's like, I guess with me, it's like, there's always like, the first jump to, get into something is always kind of scary, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, to go to Mezco now, to actually like buy your first Mezco, it's like, should I buy a Mezco? And then it's like, I guess eventually I probably might do it because, like I said, I really do hope that they do probably like the Batman. So I'll like, because I actually would love to have like a decent looking Batman on my shelf.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess whichever company comes out with like a decent one, I'll probably go with it.
Well, because like NEC is going to be doing their Usagi Yojimbo. He's one of my favorite characters. But I really wish Mezco would do that because I think they would kill that Usagi. But I'm going to try to get, hopefully I can find the NECA one because that's another company with their distribution problems out here too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since we on the topic of TMNT, you see that Super 7 April? I'm telling anybody now, buyer beware. That thing is made out of cheap plastic, right? I was telling Strident the other day, Graham, you remember the knockoff dollies they used to sell at the side of the street for Christmas?
Yeah, but
right. Let me tell you something. The skin tone of this NECA, let me don't say that. the Super 7, the Super 7 April, the flesh tone, the hands, the face, right? It looks like a knockoff dolly that we would buy on the streets, and it's poor compared to what I've seen with Bebop and Rocksteady. So they actually dropped the ball with this character. Better than that, guys. Come on.
Yeah, and I didn't even see the NECA April. No, I never seen that anywhere. The movie version or the cartoon. I've not seen that anywhere. So
the only thing my gripe with that is the knees. The knees on that thing was creepy.
Yeah. When you mention knees.
And you had sent me the link. I mean, the picture of the they were selling that. I didn't know they were selling that on Amazon. And I was thinking about getting it. Then I saw Strident's. I saw his end of the year video, and then you said it. He's like, so I'm like, okay, nah, better.
Yeah, and I with my small haul video also. Yeah, don't. Oof, man.
Oh, you guys
It is our last
doing
option.
like a Mandalorian model kit as well?
I actually saw that today in Barnes & Noble. I actually saw it today. I was thinking about getting it, but I'm like, I like my Black Series one. That's the only reason. If the Black Series one wasn't so good, I probably had gotten that model kit and tried to see that would be good.
Yeah, well, do you have the one that has the I guess the changeable head?
No, I don't have that one.
Oh, okay. He has a butter face. That face was so weird.
Yeah.
I think the actor and all complained about it.
Did he?
That was creepy.
Yeah,
That
they
was
said Pedro
creepy,
Pascal wasn't pleased at all with the face sculpting.
That's the second one I've heard because I didn't know that what's her name, Selma Hayek, she didn't like the face on her figure.
But seriously, you could blame her. You could seriously blame her.
Hey, that's a beautiful lady, man.
Yeah, but
Get it
seriously,
right.
guys, that
That
face look.
face, yeah.
I'm gonna like you. She aged like fine wine.
Yeah. It's the second time I've heard the actors that are not pleased with the figures. So
I don't know if
No,
I
no.
wonder if Sparkly Batman see the face sculpt
oh
McFarlane did for
Uh,
his, and yeah, it's called Sparkly Batman.
yeah,
Well, no. Well, he's emo Batman for me.
Emo Batman, yeah, emo Sparkly.
That sounds like a name for My Little Pony.
Emo Sparkly.